Hey everybody, I am doing this video again. About a month and a half ago, I put a video on Facebook. It was for a class project talking about my story and my family history, about me and who I am. So I want to do another one, and hopefully this will be something that I do often. Um, Sorry, that was Percy. He's gonna freak out in a moment. So, sorry. Um, Anyways, about a couple months ago, I kind of started my own blog. I only have one entry on there. It was on a WordPress. And I thought, hey, I can do this. I can write about my life, talk about me, not being boastful or prideful about me, but to share my story with people and share different things. And I called it Existing Miracles. But then I didn't have the motivation to. One second. All right, I'm back. So I didn't have the motivation. That was a weird pause. I didn't have a motivation to write all the time because writing is kind of tedious for me, and um, it's difficult for me to get stuff out of here and put it out on paper or type it out. I have a lot of jumbled um, a jumbled mess going on. Anyway, so I decided to do another video, and it's easier for me to sit in front of a camera and talk. So here I am. That was a long explanation, so I apologize. One second. Anyways, so I'm doing this again. Hopefully it will be something that I do a lot because I really enjoy talking about my life and my story and different stuff. Anyways, so if you had a chance to read that entry, I put a link on Facebook. It's under my information. If you go to About and look up additional information about me, I put a link on there. So it talks about um, miracles, obviously, and it talks about um, how I want to focus on the miracle of parenthood and the miracle of being a father. Um, I don't know if a lot of you know, but Leslie and I, for about 4.5 years, we were trying to handle and go through infertility. And so I talk about there on there about being a first time dad. I talk about being a dad to few kids, several kids, like veteran dads that have a grown family with lots of kids or whatever. And I want to try to talk about um, what it is like to lose a child. Leslie and I have never had to experience that ourselves, within our own family, but we have friends and we have other family members who have lost a child. So I do want to talk about that because it's a big deal. We've experienced that, but outside of our own selves. Um, so yeah, I think what is important to remember is that we we are faced with challenges every day, um, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, social. There, we are challenged, and that's a part of life. I believe that we are here in this on Earth to gain experience and to become better people. Strive every day to become a better person, and that's what I'm trying to do every day is to strive to become a better person. So I'm putting myself out there, letting you know that I'm imperfect. I have my moral agency. I make choices and decisions that, um, I'm struggling. I'm trying to become a better person. And so I hope that you can see me sharing this with all of you and know that we struggle and we have hard times in this life. However, there's a flip side to that, everybody. I want you to know that yes, we are challenged. I'm challenged. I am. I have a challenge of depression and anxiety, and it's difficult for me. Um, but I have been blessed with so many miracles that have helped me become a better person, or trying to become a better person, striving every day to become a better person. And so miracles have helped me to try to be my best every day. So another thing that I want to talk about, talking about miracles, talking about blessings, is I don't I don't know. I know I've mentioned it a few times on Facebook, um, but I really want to talk about how depression and anxiety, or depression and bipolar disease, can affect a person's life. Um, I lost my dad about 7 years ago to suicide. That's a topic that needs to be talked about more, I think. We talk about depression, kind of flippant about it, anxiety, um, but suicide is huge. It's a big thing. Um, and I don't sugarcoat stuff. Many of you know that. So I'm coming out and saying that we need to have more conversations about suicide and be aware of the effects that it has on people around a person who commits suicide. So I lost my dad 7 years ago, this past July, and I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't have the motivation. I didn't know how to address it, I guess. Um, but yes, he took his life because of depression and bipolar disease, and I didn't have a very good relationship with my dad. But there's something about losing somebody that makes you reevaluate your life, reevaluate your relationships with people, and um, reevaluate who you are as a person and what you need to do to be happy in this life. So it was, of course, a big shock to me. Um, it was something that was totally unexpected. One second, my dog's freaking out at some neighbor kids. Okay, sorry, my dog had a fit. So, um, I don't know what I said. Anyways, I want to keep talking about this and share how it's affected my life, um, how far I've come in my own life with different challenges. But the bottom line to it all is, and I'm not afraid to talk about the church. I'm not afraid to talk about the gospel. I'm not afraid to share with all of you who I am as a son of God, um, because that is such a big part of my life. And the if it wasn't having the gospel in my life and the knowledge of who I am as a son of God and having a savior, I would be a complete mess. Like I already am, but I have a way to rein that in, and that is my faith in my savior, and my faith in knowing that not only do I have the plan of salvation, we all have the plan of salvation, but knowing that I have my own plan, that I'm here on this earth to gain experience, to gain knowledge, and to learn and grow and to become a better person. And that is all because of the gospel. And I hope that by doing these vlogs, um, I can help people. That's my hope. That I can continue being a good example to people around me and sharing who I am and sharing my life story. Um, I want to point out and kind of express or explain that I have a few friends. You know, you see people doing vlogs all the time on YouTube, sharing them on social media. I have a few friends that have done it, and they have inspired me to do it. You know who you are. I'm not going to name names, but maybe later on I will. Um, I really appreciate their willingness to share their lives and to share with all of us who they are. And that has given me the strength and the motivation to do it myself. So leave comments on whatever. If you feel like sharing something with me, that's totally cool. But I want you all to know that I am willing to do this more often because I want to share stuff and share how I love life. I really do. I have been greatly blessed. My wife and I, Leslie, we have been greatly blessed. It's because of our faith and our patience. That's like very patience. It's difficult. Um, I try to be patient every day. So yes, that's. I feel like I'm now rambling. So please share this with people. If they don't know me, that's fine. I want to get this out. I want people to see this. I want people to know who I am because I want to make a difference. I want to leave a legacy and I want to serve my fellow men, women, my brothers and sisters, my life. So please share this. And I hope you all have a very good day. Thank you for listening and being patient with me.